Now let's create the other field. So my next field is title, and this is not a key field. My key field is only man date and the employee ID. Okay, so I want to create a new field as ZK title. Okay, I will double click here. Do you want to save? Yes. Yes, create title. I will go to field label here, 10, 15, 20, 24. So here I will enter as title in all the fields. Okay, press enter, go to data type, and now I want to create domain. Fine, I will enter the same ID here in the domain. This radio button is selected. No active domain. Just double click on this. Click on yes. Save in the package. Create domain, yes. Give the domain description as title. Again, this is char type, and I'm giving the same 10 length here. Okay, this is also case sensitive. Now this time I want to restrict this, okay, with some values. So I will go to value range. So here I will enter all my valid values like Mr., Mrs. So here we can add the values which we want to allow for this field. Okay, company is also there, right? Organization. So based on our requirement, we can add here. I'm also adding one blank. I will give the description as not applicable. See, these are the ID. Okay, understand this concept also. On the left hand side, whatever we are giving, this is called as the ID, and this is a description for that. Just like here, the domain ZK title is the ID of the domain, and this is a short description. So at the database level, this value will get stored. Okay, and as a description, we can search based on this. Fine. See here, I given the length as 10, right? I given the length as 10. So here, this ID length can be max 10. Description we can give any name. Okay, company, I can write here company or group, anything we can write. Okay, but in database table, this value will get stored, not the description. Description we can read through other concept. Okay, so what we are doing here at this domain level, we are restricting the values in this field, so only those values are allowed. And if you don't want to allow blank also, you can remove this blank, keep only the valid values. But I want to allow blank, that's why one I am keeping as NA, not applicable. Now I will save this, save in the package, tr, check, and activate. Okay, domain is activated. Data element, check, and activate the data element. Don't forget to activate the data element domain. Now see here, this domain we can data element we can see. Fine. So go back to the next field. My next field is first name. Now this time what I will do, instead of creating from the table concept, we'll follow the other approach this time. Okay, what I will do, see, instead of creating data element domain from here, what other things we can do? First, we can create all the data element domain through SA11. So now, how we till now what we have done? First, we have created a field, data element, domain. Okay. So last is domain. So here, what I will do? First, I will create a domain here. Sorry, I have to use this ZK underscore first name. Okay, here I'm creating first the domain. In the SE11, I selected this domain. I'm creating ZK first underscore name. Give the value here, description as first name, char 35, case sensitive. Save Now, okay, along with this package, I will also explain what you can do. If you don't know package, just click on this local object. If you click local object, no TR, nothing, system will ask you. Okay, save, check, and activate. Now it is active. Go back. Now I want to create data element. Okay, domain is done. For data element, select this data type radio button. Enter data element name which we want to create, and click on create button. So here we can see three options: data element, structure, table type. So first we focus on data element only. Okay, we can see the same screen here. I will give the description here, first name, and in the domain I will enter the domain which we created. Fine. See, because last time I created as a local object, now we can see this $TMP. So if you don't know the package, you want to create as a local object, don't want to transfer, select $TMP or just click on this local object. Okay. Now data type, we have assigned this domain, we have to give the field name 10, 15, 20, 24. I'll copy the same first name here, first name, first name, first name, active. Got it? What we have done? First we create domain, then data element. Now this is done. Now I will go back to our table. What is the field name I decided here? First underscore name. Okay. So here I will give first underscore name and my data element zk underscore first name. See, this is second approach. First go from here only. Second, if you are working in a team, you have 2-3 members, and like you have a large number of data element domain to be created. So you can divide a task. Okay, assign the domain creation to one consultant, then data element to other, then table creation to other consultant. Because in some project it is also possible to create 50-60 data element domain. That is also possible. Fine, you can follow this process. The first name is done. Now next is my last name. So now last name, what we'll do, we'll try to search if any existing data element we can use. This is last underscore name. Okay, so instead of creation of new, I just want to search if any data element which I can use. So how to search? From your laptop key, either click here or press the function key F4. If you press the function key F4 from your laptop, again same search option we can see. This is called the F4 help. Okay, we are taking system help to search something, search some object. This is called the F4 help. Okay, and to know the field details, you press function key F1. This is called the field help. Okay, F1 is the help about that field, and F4 is search help. Now here I want to search any existing data element with the last name. So what I will do, I will mark here a star. In between I will just mark last, let's say name. I want any data element where last name is there. I will try to use that. Okay, so no value is found. Let me search one more time, only with the last. Okay, so we can see all different things. Last name should be there actually. Last name or surname. Let me search with the surname also. Okay, I'm not able to find out. Last name field is already there in SAP. Okay, so let's get a new field, new data element also, zk underscore last name. Okay, again I will create little fast. Create data element, yes. You can say last name, surname. Okay. First, let me give the description here: 10, 15, 20, 24, and I will assign the same last name, and last name. Okay, in the field label, give last name. Now again I'm going back to data type. Now see, this time I'm not creating domain. I want to use the built-in type. Okay, while learning we have to see all the possible thing, right? So this time instead of creating new domain, I'm just selecting built-in type. So I want my last name of type char. For others, you can just search the available type, whether it is character, dates, integer, etc. And I want the max length of last name is 35. Save, activate. Okay, so this time we get data element without domain. Sorry, without domain, with the predefined type we created. Right? So this is also possible, not necessary always create a domain. Okay, so this is also done, which is my next field, data of joining. So for data of joining, I'm going to use existing field psg underscore date geo. Okay, I'm not creating new field. How to search? Just click here and short description I will give here joining date. See, date of joining. This is other field. One more field is that this is character field. Let me give here P and then joining. I don't know why that field is not coming again. The field is PSG actually. This is the field PSG underscore data. Data element. See, date of joining. Okay, sorry, it is date of joining. Okay, so this is, you can see data type is dates and length is 8. In SAP, date internally always is stored with the 8 character. Why? Okay, MMDD. But the display, while displaying, we can see as a 10 character. Okay, so this is predefined data element we are using here for data of joining. Then next is department here. My next field is department. The first time this will take some time. Once you know the concept, then you can do it very quickly. For department also, I want to create a new data element domain. Okay. So here I will double click. Yes, create it, and I will give the name as department. I will enter here domain. Double click on the domain. Do you want to save before editing? Yes, I want to save. Click on save option. Create the domain. Yes. Department. Then I want to give length, character, and field length I want to give as 30. Case sensitive. Save. If you want to restrict from here, then you can add the values of all department. But I will be using a separate concept to restrict the values. That's why here I'm not giving any value in the value range for this department. Okay. So let me activate this domain. So domain is activated. The field label 10, 15, 20. As I explained, while learning, this will take time. Now here if you observe, see if I enter this length and I'm not entering any description here, if I press enter now, all this disappear. Again I have to enter this. So that's why first enter the description, then only press enter. If I remove this, if I press enter, see this is gone. Fine. This is save, check, and activate. Fine, department is done. Now my next is CTC. For CTC also, I'm going to use existing data element DMBTR. Okay, so here for this currency field, I'm going to use DMBTR. So I'll just double click here. Okay, so if you see here, for the DMBTR amount field, here we have length and decimal places. Means the length of that DMBTR field, and after that full stop, how many decimal we required? That all we have to give here. Decimal place, number of decimal places we required. Okay. So for all the fields where we require some decimal values, okay, the currency field we have 2 decimal, sometimes we require 3 decimal. So you can fill like that. Fine. So CURR we can use for currency. So here I am using the DMBTR field as it is. Now for all the quantity and currency field, okay, see here I will click on currency quantity field. For all the quantity and currency field, here we have to add a reference table and reference field for the currency key or the unit of measure key. See here for CTC I am entering amount, but amount in what? Whether it is INR, whether it is Saudi Riyal, whether it is USD. For that we require a currency field. Okay, so what I will do here, I will enter this currency field. I will add in my table this currency field. If you don't want any currency field in your table, there is one more option I will explain you. See, for currency key, here I am using inbuilt data element WAERS. Okay, this is the currency key field. Now I will click on currency field. See, for CTC amount field, we have to give the reference table name. So my reference table is same. Okay, and this is my currency. Like this we can create. If you don't have any currency field in your table, simply the one which I follow, I use T001 and WEARS. T001 is a company code table which I use. Okay, and this is the reference field. Okay, but for your table, give the field and table from your table. Okay, so this is my currency field, this is my table name. Here I am entering this table name and this is the currency key, because system must know, right, this amount in which currency, INR, USD, etc. That's why it is important. Same for the quantity field, we have to enter unit of measure, whether that is in kg, liter, for that. Okay, so our all field creation is done. Fine. So far we have created data element domain and all 9 fields are created in our system. Now next target is, here we have to maintain the technical settings. Fine. So after creation of all the data element field, for a transparent table we need to maintain these technical settings.